Hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Professional Farmer American Dream. It's pretty funny. If you stand here long enough, the dog will actually lay down at your feet. Wherever you show up on the farm, he comes running over. It's pretty cool. Actually, probably one of the more well-done aspects of the game. Oh, that's so sad. Anyways, I have, this is actually not the same profile. I created another one because I was looking through the Steam stats and I realized that, hey, 4.1% of the people that own this game got the finished tutorial achievement. So I thought, hey, let's knock that up to about 10% and I'll finish the tutorial as well. So I have also bought a couple of pieces of gear. I bought a baler. Unfortunately, like every other trailer in the game, it tends to, that's just me. It tends to drift a little bit. It tends to ride up on one side, and it actually stands on the nose when you get to the end of fields. In other words, like the other trailers in the game, it needs some heavy-duty work. I also picked this up. A front fork for our Vistra. So, what do you think of that? Silly dog. So, let's jump on said tractor. Yeah. I gotta be honest with you, I don't see this going well. I'm just gonna say that right out of the gate. Yeah. Do we not have... There it is. Okay. Just making sure. I was fairly sure we had a bale trailer. Yes, indeed. The, oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, trying to be a little loud, you succeeded. So I figured since my other upload was a farm sim doing baling and showing how the bale physics there really aren't too bad if you're careful and precise. And, you know, generally seems that things just work, which I guess is sort of what we've all come to expect from that particular series. So, and that's always been one of my sort of pro arguments when I see on forums for every other farming game. Well, yeah, you know, farm sim is just the same old, and never changes. And well, one of the things that never changes is it always works right out of the box. You know, maybe doesn't perfect, but they're always quick enough to patch it, especially if it's something that's actually major. Like, yeah, I think they really would have made some attempt to fix the physics on their trailers. In fact, but we wouldn't know because they would have never released it till it had been done. You know, so it's really strange. During the tutorial, you use basically no fuel. As soon as it ends, yeah, the amount of fuel you cruise through on these tractors is just crazy. Okay, couple front. Oh good, J and K. There's J. There's K. Really? Wow. Okay. Let's see how we do here, shall we? What is... Does it not look like all the bales are standing on end? I did not do that, guys, I promise. But I swear that's what it looks like, doesn't it? I mean, from here, looks like a freaking church cemetery with all the headstones. What is going on? Yeah, I assure you. And why is my tractor only doing 10 kilometers an hour? Come on, tractor. I'm sorry, people. I am trying to get off the road. They are. My freaking bales, for some reason, are all standing on end. Wow. Now, the only way you can get this trailer to straighten out is to actually stop the tractor. There we go. Now, yeah, I have no idea what's going on, why those are like that. Alright, let's drop the back. There we go. Okay. Now, there is absolutely no... No, there isn't. There's raise and there's lower. Okay, that's the fully lowered position. Alright, let's... Huh. Okay. I don't suppose raising this is going to do any good? No, I didn't think so. I'm pretty sure that they have a fork available just for this. The fact that you can't actually get above the tractor with the camera view is really not... See, and that's only way worse. Well... Load up the bales. Oh, really? Oh. Okay. So there you go. And then... Okay, J raises it up. So O unloads the bales. Oh, and they auto stack onto the trailer. Okay. So, and that's a real pain that you don't just have that on mouse controls. So let's see here. If I just get close enough. Yep. It's basically just an auto loader. And again, you can't work the camera and the controls at the same time. So maybe. There, this way I shouldn't need to actually use the... And apparently when you load the front loader onto this thing, it decreases its capability for speed. Another sort of weird little aspect of this is that when you harvest, you do get a straw swath, albeit a pretty freaking horrible one. But you do get a straw swath, and what's weird is if you pick up the straw swath, you don't get everything on your field. Like when I came through here with the baler, you actually need to... You can see there, that's basically what that is in front of us, not the bales, but on the ground is the stubble from the crops. The straw swath was in between those two. However, picking up, when you take the baler over there, it actually picks up the stubble and makes straw out of it. So you can pick up a swath and then drive the next row in the stubble, like between swaths, and it'll spit out another couple bales worth from what it picks up in those swaths. Or in the stubble. So yeah, it's sadly enough what this game is simply some both shared and leftover assets from their last game. The last Professional Farmer game. And it's little else. There's nothing they've really done differently. Naming it the American Dream map. Well, the maps in this particular game are, unlike Farm Sim, they're certainly not a, treasured portion of the game, let me tell you. Did that do what I thought it did? Oh no, okay, it did load it on the trailer. I thought it actually loaded it over the trailer or back onto the ground. I wonder if you have to unload them by hand too. I really wonder as well. Why they thought that was a particularly good idea. To make it so this thing slowed down when it had forks attached. Yeah, pretty generous with how far away you can load and unload these bales too, let me tell you. Anyway, you have a top speed of about 8 or 9 miles an hour with this on here. There we are, we can load the bale. Yeah, I'm not sure why that would slow you down so much. There's also the issue that tractors don't like to turn at speed. You can turn at speed if you're going at speed and turn, you're fine. But if you're at a dead stop and you turn the tires and stomp the gas, it's like, I don't want to go. So, how far can we be from this bale? Well, not quite. Okay, I can get it from there. Wow. Yeah, that's a true autoloader, man. Let me tell you. Wow. Yeah, from in here, at least you don't have to keep switching back and forth from the mouse to the keyboard. I think that one might have actually bumped right up through the trailer. Wow. So, shockingly enough, there has been no response from U.I.G, either on the forums or to the letter that I sent the company. And that's, wow. Really, really irresponsible to not... What in God's name is my trailer doing? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, yeah, it's just bloody awful. Just bloody awful. I mean, it's the same thing I've said for every freaking game this company has put out. You know, way to meet the top of the it has potential list. You know, and never go another step further. You know, that seems to be their. Okay, I can unload from here. Nice. That seems to be the way they do it with all their games. You know, produce something that you look at and you go, you know, that could work. And it never does. And I'm really disappointed. I truly am. I said I had such high hopes when I bought the key, and it said beta. Wow. Yeah, no, that was just another bug thing that, you know, from whenever they had their, you know, private beta test in Germany, as they will do, I'm sure, you know, and I guess I think the way they must do things is they come up with some number that they think they can get away with for bugs, you know, and just general game-breaking junk. And as long as their beta testers come in with under that amount of it, they throw her out to release. To this point, I guess, where they were so convinced they'd gotten below the number that they don't even bother with any support. You know, at least before they used to pretend, right? I don't know. And there's, just like this auto load, it's the same thing. When my harvester was done, you know, now hopefully this will stack more than one high. Please, please. Ugh. Yeah, it's J and K, not K and L. Oh, okay, we do actually have one more lower one there. So we'll find out this time if they stack. Hopefully. I don't really want to make 2 trips anywhere with that trailer. So we own 5 pigs because that was part of the tutorial. So, well, I assume we still own 5 pigs. I'm still on day 1 as well, as you can see. It's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon here on day uno. So, I suppose at some point... Oh, okay. It does double stack them. I suppose at some point we'll have to advance to the next day. I don't know that it will... Oh, I guess that was actually just the outdoor light changed. I thought I'd hit the L button again. Yeah, I don't know if it will automatically go to the next day, or if you do, in fact, have to, you know, make an effort at it. And I don't know why there's always fly noises on the field. Flies buzzing, you know. No idea. Oh. Ah, come on. Unbelievable. Well, there's some bale physics for you. Yeah, I had such high hopes. Like I said, when that key... Although, as soon as the game installed, and then I looked at the listing, no. It just said it was the game. It didn't say anything else about beta. So, yeah. Not terribly impressed. Alrighty. Oh, I thought, come on. Sometimes it does stop fairly quickly if you just use the W and S thing. And sometimes not at all. You have to snap that space bar to put on the brakes. It could just be where the hilliness and such, you know. Now my lights are on, aren't they? There we go. I thought so. Get that as high in the air as I can. Because you know what happens if you touch those bales with the forks. Alright, one more bale. Cruise control did work in the harvester. Mind you, this field is so tiny, you're across it, you know, you press the T for cruise control and you reach down and stop the harvester because you're at the other end of the field. So, the animations for the harvesting, well, gets 2 points, one to the good and one to the bad. The point it gets to the good is, believe it or not, it has a better animation for harvesting than Real Farm. The point against, it's not nearly as good as what Farm Sim has. So, or Cattle and Crops, or who knows. Maybe Pure Farm. Oh, I gotta teach that dog to quit chasing cars. That's a terrible habit. I mean, at least he stops at the end of the property. I don't have to worry about chasing him into town. Alright. There is our last bale. Now, when I finished loading the harvester, I was figuring, alright, now I can go and get the trailer. But that was on the tutorial, right? So we harvested the field and did all that. But no, you don't. You actually simply take the... oh, I thought I saw another bale. Oh, just please stop, Dexter, you noisy bugger. Whoa. This is what the straw swaths look like, you see. Now, the baler won't grab that because it kind of... the tractor lifts the... because these fields are elevated. Oddly enough, eh? You don't really notice it that much walking. But they're lifted enough that when the tractor pops its back wheels up, the baler is so close it lifts the collector off the ground. And you miss this edge spot. And then when you come off a field, it tends to stand the baler on its nose a little bit. So, yeah. But as you can see, these are where the swaths are. Alright. But you'll notice this is gone between the swaths. Yeah. Otherwise, this field would be about 60% baled. You know? So, yeah. It's just... oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go back to a big swingy view here so we can make sure that nothing too incredibly bizarro banana happens here. Oh, look at this trailer, man. Come on. Look at that. It's right sideways, the entire carriage. Here, I'll come to a stop. No. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Look, it's turning exact opposite. Is it just that the trailer's not on the ground? Could that be it? You know? I don't know. But... Look at this thing. I'll just go in a straight line and we'll watch what it does. Alright, obviously I gotta head up the road here, but now I would assume we're gonna drop this where the bales are. If we ever get there. I mean, we're doing 4 miles an hour now. And the night is coming. I hope we make it there before... Come on! My goodness. For this... I'm flat out here, guys. You know what? Oh, come on. There we go. Unload trailer. Alright, well, that's fairly painless. Well, maybe it's the bale trailer that makes it crawl along at 10 kilometers an hour. See if I can park it up here, if I can actually get it to come somewhere where I want it. Oh, God, that's terrible. Get off of me. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Zoom! Oh, boy, I'll tell you. Unfreaking believable, man. So, yeah, it's... You know, I think this is one of these deals that one of their little developers, you know, rather than have them sit there idle, they said, look, we've got all these assets, here's the, you know, here's the DVD with all of our assets for farming games on it. You know, go do some copy and paste over the weekend and see what you can come up with. Well, this is what they came up with. So, yeah. How are our pigs doing? Experience points here to become more skilled. Really? Well, we have to have a look at that. I have no skill points. Early bird. The next day starts 10 minutes. You get 2.5% discount. More on sales. 3%. Less fuel. That'll help. Crops grow faster. So that's what we have to spend those skill points on that are collecting up there. 392 of 1,000. Yes, indeed. When I only have to hit 1,000 points, and then I'll get a prize. They're nice looking little chicken coops, eh? Pretty fancy. Oh yeah, there's a spot to collect eggs. Now here's our pigs. Here we go. We've got 5 pigs. They're perfect shape. They got water, they got food. Okay, cool. Hey, biggies. They're pretty neat, I'll give it that. There you are. There is a redeeming factor to this whole thing. The piggies are pretty cute. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Oh, this is for ducks. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to continue to putter around with this. Just because, yeah, I suppose deep down I hate myself. No, it's just, heck, you know. My naturally cheap Canadian side goes, look, fella, you paid almost $20 for this. You need to get $20 out of it. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. But I won't torture you guys with it. I will, if I discover something amazing, atrocious, whatever the case may be, I will certainly, certainly post more. Ooh, poppy fields. Boy, we're in the wrong business. If you guys want. And by the same token, if you guys want to see more, like, look at this cool piece of scenery back here, man. You know? Again, so much, well, it's also the edge of the map. Apparently I can't get up there. Oh, I just can't climb cliffs like I can in FS. Okay. I can get up here, no problem. Oh, come on, I want to get over here. That looks so cool. Oh. Oh, well. Anyways, take care of each other, folks. This has been Species 7 having a look at Professional Farmer's American Dream. I'm sorry. Take care, ciao for now. Check it out. There's wild animals all over the place. Look, there's a big wild pig.